Hey y'all, Pam here with Be Creative Crafts and welcome back. So y'all, if you were in my live earlier or if you were catching the replay, after the live ended, when I was talking about the temperature blanket, it dawned on me I'm making this way more difficult than it has to be. I worked out my stitch count and figured out, that I would have 99 stitches left over, divide by 11, blah, 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 put 9 stitches between each one, yada, yada. Y'all, there's an odd number of days, 365. All at once it clicked in my brain that there's also an odd number between each month, which would be 11, which brings me to an even number. So I don't have to make the blanket 900 feet long. We can make the blanket whatever stitch count you want. So if I do it by my wingspan, I can reduce the amount of stitches by like say 30. So instead of doing 198 working stitch count, I can do 100 and whatever. I can do it as 168 or I can do it like 170, whatever even number. It doesn't matter. So if you want to do your temperature blanket like mine, measure it out to your wingspan based on the hook size you're using, making sure you have an even number for your working stitch count. So I'm going to frog mine back since we're only on day one. And I'm going to make mine, I'm probably going to go about 170. That'll be a little bit, because if I calculated it out right, let me show you. So here's my wingspan here, which leaves this much hanging down across from my wingspan. So if I counted this out earlier, I did it, and this was roughly 30. So I think I'm going to go back, do mine about 170 instead of 198. Then I will do half of that per row or per day. I'll do half. So if I go with 170, that's what? Oh my gosh, here I have to do math like on the spot. I should have picked an easier number to divide out by. Okay, 170, so that's going to be 85. Right? 1660. Yeah, 85. Is that right? Oh my gosh. Y'all, hold on. Let me make sure my math is mathing. Hold up. So yes, 85. So for day one, do 85. Day two, do 85 stitches. Okay, now when I get to the end of January, I will do 85 stitches to finish out that row. Okay, so that will put me to the, that'll put me to the end. Okay, then I'll be ready to start February. When I end February, it's an even number, so that's going to put me at the end of a row, but I'll still do the 85 stitches between each month so that I will, when I get to the end of December, I will end at the right number. That will also make my blanket a tiny bit longer, so that the width and the length will be better. So I'm going to measure this out. What is my wingspan? Okay, so we figured out on the live, based on how I'm doing the stitches, that the blanket's going to be roughly 5 feet. Okay, so my wingspan is 53 inches. So, ish. Well, let me see. I got a little bit wider. 56, 57 inches. So you could even do, like you could do the 85 stitches and then do a whole nother row. So do 85 and then do a whole nother row. I might do that. That way it has more of a break between each one. So basically you'll be doing, no matter how you look at it, you'll be doing a row and a half. That's what I'll do. I'll do a row and a half. That way you don't have to count as much, but just do a row and a half between each month. That'll make it a tiny bit longer so that the blanket will be rectangular, unless you want it to be a square. It's up to you. But yeah, so I'm going to frog this back out since we're right here at the beginning. I'm going to change my beginning stitch count to 170. If you are following along with me, change your stitch count to 170. That way, it'll be a little bit narrower. It'll be more of a throw style instead of like a big giant blanket that could go on your bed. Now, if you want it to be big enough to go on your bed, by all means, go ahead and do it. But I'm going to go back into my description from my earlier live, change all the stitch counts so that it's a little bit smaller of a blanket widthwise, and it'll be a little bit longer lengthwise. All right, y'all. Like I said, I was trying to make it way too hard. I don't know why I didn't think about that yesterday. Probably because I was trying to do math and watch Hallmark movies and other movies all at the same time. But anyway, so yes, I'm changing it to 170 stitches each day. I'm going to do 85 stitches. Between each month, I'm going to do a row and a half, because that way it'll still, yep. So that's what I'm going to do. That'll make it just enough. Hopefully that'll make it just enough longer, so that it'll be a little bit longer than it is wide. That's my goal. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So, yeah. All right. I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all that right quick because we won't be revisiting the temperature blanket until next month, until February. So I wanted to let y'all know that. And I will probably let y'all know again if I don't forget. I will remind you when I come back and do my live next week. But I wanted to do this little video right here in case anybody was watching the live and you're wanting to stitch along with me. 170 stitches. And I'll try to remember to go back and add that also in the description. In the title of the last live. So yeah, 170 is what I'm going to start with instead of 198. So it'll be a little bit smaller this way and a little bit longer this way. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, be creative. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.